Today, we're having a theme park throwdown on QC Adventures. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, and today, before we start this video, I just want to give you a little note. If you do see my hair, like in the next couple of videos being purple, it is because I dyed my hair, so don't get confused. Don't, ask anybody else. Don't leave a comment. It's just because I dyed my hair, so yeah, I just wanted to tell you that for a little now, and enjoy the video. Welcome, adventurers, and today will be our theme park throwdown. I'm Covey.
I'm Qiana.
And I'm Calder from the Legend Vlog. Today we'll be telling you our favorite Walt Disney World parks.
We're each going to give you all of our parks and the order in which we rank them. Now, we all have different ideas about this, so that's why it's a theme park throwdown. So first, we're going to go with our top park for each person. Calder, you first. What's your top park?
My top park is Hollywood Studios.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mommy and I don't agree because there's like 4 rides there. Like, that's just our opinion, but
I think it's really good because it has like really good theming. I mean, all the parks have really good theming, but I think it just excels a little bit more, and it has really good food and the prime time and a bunch of other places, and the rides there are really, really thrilling. Like Smuggler's Run, Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Rise of Resistance, which we haven't been on yet.
Well, I would say my favorite park, and I think, Covey, you agree with me, right? What is it?
Magic Kingdom. Duh!
There's no getting around it. It's got the most attractions. It's the longest running park. It's modeled after Disneyland. It's the best.
And it has a lot of attractions, and they're really good attractions. There's really good food. It's just the best park because it just is.
And it's classic. Who doesn't want to go to Walt Disney World, walk down Main Street, and look at the castle down the end? It's perfect. Perfect. I would agree with Calder that Hollywood Studios has gotten a lot better in recent years with the addition of Star Wars recently.
Yeah,
prior to that, it's a half-day park for me.
Yeah, before like Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I could blow through the park in maybe like 2 hours.
I mean, before then, it was just Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, and then all shows.
Star Tours and
Yeah.
It was a really good park then, but now it's actually a good park.
So you're saying that this park went from low on your list to high on your list?
It went from 4 to 1.
Wow. I disagree.
Just because of Star Wars. I mean, that's your opinion, not mine.
All right, let's go to our number 2 park. Covey, what's your number 2 park?
My number 2 park is Epcot. Epcot is amazing because I love Mission Space, Spaceship Earth, Test Track, people know it in Magic Kingdom.
Okay, so Covey does like Epcot, number 2. I also have Epcot as number 2. And I think that's one. I give it an extra point for being a longer running park. I think it stands the test of time really well. They are doing a huge reno right now on it, where they're just tearing down like half the park and redoing it.
That's true. Very true.
There's that kind of really stings right now. And I think if that may be something that makes it flip flop with my 3rd park. But Epcot's got the best food. You can walk through the countries, drink through the countries, shop through the countries. I think for families that are a little older and adults, Epcot is the park. That's why it sits on my number 2.
And the one thing I really like about Epcot as well is for the kids. They have the kid cots where you go around the world, you collect all the stickers and everything.
So what's the Kit Kat right now? Tell them what the Kit Kat is.
It used to be like
used to be a
Duffy
Duffy Bear. Yeah, a Duffy Bear, like a coloring Duffy Bear on a stick, and you would go around to all the countries, and they would like stamp it, and they would like either like draw something or they would write your name in that language. Like Japan would write my name in Japanese.
It makes,
and Morocco. Like, it has a little handle and it's like presented by Ziploc, and it's like it's a suitcase, and you put like, I forget what you put in there.
You collect these. You collect the little cards that you could draw on with the markers that every country gives you. The Ziploc bag. It's basically like painted as a suitcase.
On it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a traveling suitcase. And every Kid Cut, there's markers where the kids could, color in the cards. It all has Mickey, Pluto, Minnie, and all the other ones. So it's really fun to do, especially for the kids. And yeah, I think it's really fun and a great attraction.
Now, let's move on. Calder, what's your favorite park?
Animal Kingdom.
What? I think you picked these things just to like make fun of us.
Nope.
How is Animal Kingdom your second
explain.
favorite?
Well,
Explain.
I like the animals that they have. Like, I'm excited to see them every time because I like animals. And, like, seeing animals up close and personal, like, that close really excites me. And none of the other parks really do that, so that's why it's number 2. The rides are also really good, like Cali River Rapids, Expedition Everest, and the addition of Avatar.
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage is
an excellent
amazing ride.
It's one of the best rides. It's really good ride.
Probably one of the best rides in Disney.
I'd say top 3 rides in Disney.
Yeah,
Flight of Passage.
same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that does give Animal Kingdom a little bit of boost it didn't have a few years ago.
Yeah, and I also like Primeval Whirl and Dinosaur. Those are 2 really good rides. So like that's why it bumps it up on the list.
And the reason why I don't even put this on my list until the absolute, well, you'll hear about where I put it. It's just a half-day park for me. I can blow in and out of that place, ride all the rides, get a fast pass for Avatar, get a fast pass for Everest and the Safari, and then pretty much whatever's left, I could take
It's
it or
really
leave
just
it.
like, I don't know. There's just like not a lot of fun rides to ride there, in my opinion. It's just.
I love Everest though.
Yes, Everest
is
and
a really
Flight of
good ride.
Passage are the 2 best rides in Animal Kingdom.
Totally. All right, third choice, guys. What do you think, Covey?
Well, mine is Hollywood Studios, and I think it's like a little bit tied with Epcot because of the Star Wars. It has the blue and green milk. I haven't tried it, but everyone says it tastes good, especially on YouTube. And Smuggler's Run, Rise of Resistance, we have not gone on, but I'm sure it's amazing. And the little hacking app on your phone where you could hack the Millennium Falcon, some of the.
So this is an app that you can use inside Galaxy's Edge when you're on Batuu. Your phone transforms into a data pad, and you could hack all the locks on the doors, and there's like radio signals going through the air, and all these types of things. And for kids and techies, adults who are techies, it's a lot of fun. You have to solve puzzles and do certain things to crack the codes. It's a lot of fun. Our kids they just killed it last time we were there. We had a great time.
Last time we were there, we hacked at least maybe 100 panels and
I know.
I was everything we could to try and get currency.
Yeah.
I was running everywhere, hacking everything.
And I would say the addition of Galaxy's Edge has taken Hollywood Studios from my least favorite park to, like I said, almost flip-flopping with Epcot, maybe even having the benefit over Epcot while Epcot's under construction. So those 2 additions really changed Hollywood Studios. Wouldn't you guys agree, from a half-day park into a real park?
Yeah, because of Toy Story Land, and
that's why it went from my least to my favorite.
Agreed. My last. Oh, do you have something else, Gus?
Yeah, I was gonna say I really like Tower of Terror. It's just a fun ride. You go up and down
in the dark.
It's fun. It's scary, but it's just a lot of fun. And it's a great attraction to go on, so.
That's one of my favorites. We can't go to Walt Disney World without riding Tower of Terror.
Calder didn't last time, by the way.
I was stuck on Rock and Roller Coaster.
Did somebody just get singed?
I was stuck on Rock and Roller Coaster. The line was an hour and I didn't know it and I walked into the line.
He did not go on Tower of Terror last
I
time.
was a single rider and the wait was an hour and they went on Tower of Terror without me. I kid you not, they went on it without me.
True story.
Why? Well, you didn't want to come. You wanted to go on Rock and Roller Coaster, so don't blame us.
I didn't know the line was an hour.
We're going to move on to our last throwdown, which is something we always don't agree on. What's the least favorite park in the four worlds?
Whoa. Calder didn't do his third. I don't think you did your third.
Yeah, Hollywood Studio. What did you do?
I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Calder, what's your third?
Magic Kingdom.
What? He is insane.
Well, it's better than last.
No. Yeah, I will never put Magic Kingdom last. No matter what, I will never put it
It
last.
should not. The fact that it's in third is almost like a sin.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
No, like,
almost.
For me, it's like almost tied with Animal Kingdom because it like Pandora is really like. It's like, that was like 2016, it's like 2020 now. And it's like old and I don't really care for it anymore besides Flight of Passage, I really don't care. So it's like creeping its way up. If they add more things to Magic Kingdom, like they add more rides or another land, which they probably won't, but more rides.
Well, time out. They just put in all new Fantasyland. Awesome rides in all new Fantasyland.
Tron.
And Tron is like right on its way.
Yeah, Tron.
So let's talk about that. What happens when Tron comes online, Calder?
It's going second.
All right. So can we move on to our last one? Does everybody agree? All right. So our last park, my last park, and Covey, your last park is what?
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
I don't see that.
Calder does not see it. Well, that's why it's a throwdown. And my throwdown on Animal Kingdom is once you've seen the gorilla, you've seen the gorilla. And the next time you go, what are you going there for? You're going there to go on Everest, to go on the safari, and go on Flight of Passage.
That's
it.
In our opinion, that's really like the fun things to do there. It's just.
Now, they do have some good food and some good treats.
Yes.
We like Flame Tree Barbecue.
And Tiffin's. Tiffin's is really good.
Even though it's expensive, it's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's worth the money.
Tiffin's is 2 dining credits on the dining plan, so it's 2 sit-down credits, so it's a signature meal. We pay cash when we go, and it's worth the money. It is expensive. I'm not going to say it's not expensive. It's expensive. But they do have a kids menu. And the food is amazing. It's a worldly food, but it's all really accessible and really delicious. I just think it's worth the money, and it's cool and dark and like swanky in there, especially when you're out in the middle of the day. We like to go there for lunch and have a big lunch, almost like our dinner. It's just not at night because we're usually not in the park that late. So we like to have that like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock lunch. That's our big meal. And then we'll eat like snacks later on for dinner. You save a little bit. On if it's an earlier meal, sometimes you can get a lunch menu and it's not as expensive as a dinner menu. But even if you don't and they're just serving the one menu, it's worth it to go in there, have that respite in the middle of your day. It's such a great place. Yeah. That's one of our top places.
So the reason why I don't have Animal Kingdom last is because now that I have a camera where I can take pictures, I'm excited to go there and like take pictures of all the animals and go through the bird enclosures and like take close-up pictures. I'm really excited about that, and I'm thinking about starting that as like a solid thing that I do every time I go to Disney. So having that camera and going to Animal Kingdom is a great help because all of the live animals there I can take pictures of.
And that's a good point, Calder. Every park's a little different for everybody, and that's why we're doing the throwdown so you can see our opinions and pick your favorite park. But I love to take pictures too, and I do love to take pictures in Animal Kingdom. It's one of the most photogenic parks.
Especially on the safari because
the animals.
That's why.
One more thing I wanted to say about Tiffin's. That is the first time I've ever tried or liked steak, I guess. And it was amazing. It was so delicious.
I think steak and purple potatoes were your first meal there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
We
great time.
get that every time.
Like once, so.
Yeah.
Because it is expensive, as we said, so.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's it. Did we have a good throwdown?
I didn't say mine.
Oh, what was yours?
Epcot.
What? I don't. He needs to get his brain examined. Okay.
Okay, Epcot's my number 2. It's Covey's number 2, kind of flip-flopping. And Calder, it's your last. Tell everybody why it's your last
So the
place.
reason why I have it in last place is, I mean, besides like Guardians of the Galaxy, that's kind
Not
of,
opening yet.
I know, but it's in process of being made, so that may bump it up. I'm not sure yet. I still have to go onto the ride. But the reason why I have it last is because there's not a lot of rides there that I really like. There's like 2 rides, like maybe 3.
What?
Mission Space, Test Track, and there's a couple others.
What about Soarin'? It's one of the best
Soarin',
rides in the
Soarin'.
park.
I was gonna say Soarin', and then I accidentally said the food.
Soarin' is a 10 out of 10 ride. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
Soarin'.
Yeah,
The
I was
food
gonna
rides.
say that earlier for my number 2 one, but I accidentally said People Mover. So
The People Mover is not enough.
it's
That's
a
a
Magic Kingdom.
Jinx. So that's why I don't really like Epcot, and it's just the walking around the countries is fun because you get to eat all the food that you find from the countries. And the reason why I don't like Epcot anymore is because they changed the Kid Cot. When I went there, I was like, ooh, I'll get to color a Duffy Bear and go around the world. And it was the Ziploc bags, and I was like totally shocked. Like, what did they do?
Yeah, so you like
I did not like it at all.
you like the old Kid
I
Cot
like the
better.
old Kid Cot where you could take the Duffy Bear and go around the world and color it every
little
thing.
bit.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that.
And they give you a stamp on the back.
Yeah, and they would write your name.
Yeah, no, they had like the little passports and they
Oh,
stamped
the
it
passports
in there.
were a thing.
They put the stamps in the
Yeah,
they had
but along
little
with the Kid
passports.
Cot, you can those Kid Cot's free, so it's like a free craft that you could do with the kids in all the countries. But if you don't want to do the free craft, you can pay. I think it's like $7 or $10 for a passport, and it looks like a blue passport, like an American passport. And when you flip through the pages, it's the countries of the international from the International Gateway, like from World Showcase.
I think
And-
they even put like mini pictures in there too.
Yeah, they
I'm
have
not
stickers.
sure.
They have stickers.
I'm
They
not
have
sure.
stickers that you go ahead and you place in there, and then they also stamp your passport at every country that you go to, and it's really fun. Kids love it.
Yeah, I like that, but I like the Duffy Bear more, and I just hate that they took it away. That's the main reason why Epcot is lower. Besides, like the rides, that's the reason why it's lower. If they still had that and they had good rides, it would probably be like up in the 2s.
I get it. I think the reason Epcot's so high for me is because of the food festivals.
Yes.
The wine, food and wine festival, and the flower and garden festival, which we're supposed to be at right now, actually, in the next week or so, which we're not going to be at, but, tier. But those things are great, and they have food from all over the world. It's really awesome. It counts as, most of the things count as your snack credits, so you can like burn through all your snack credits real quick there. If you're on a dining plan. I just think it's a great, great place. That's why it's up so high for me, I think, is because of that food and the food festivals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, that's it. Any other thoughts before we tell everybody to go out and rank their own parks?
Yes, I have a couple things. Make sure you subscribe and like the video and turn on those notifications and go subscribe to Calder's channel on the Lemon Vlog.
Awesome. So do that, click, and if our comments are on, sometimes sometimes YouTube turns them off on us even though we want them on. Go ahead and go down and look at the comments. If you can leave a comment, tell us what your park ranking is. What's your favorite park, second, third, and fourth? We'd love to hear it. If you can't do it on our YouTube channel, check out our Facebook, and you can leave them there.
Come on.
Have a magical adventure!